We all reach points in our lives where we stop and wonder if we're on the right path. We question our decisions, our choices, and whether we're getting closer to the goals and dreams we've set for ourselves. These thoughts and doubts are natural, but the truth is there are signs all around us that help us recognize if we're on track. If you have ever asked yourself, am I moving in the right direction? You're not alone. It's something that everyone goes through at some point. But how do you know? How do you know if the path you're walking is the one that will lead to fulfillment, success, and happiness? Is there a way to tell that you're on the right journey even when things feel uncertain? The truth is there are signs that can help you gain clarity and confidence in your decisions. These signs are like little nudges from the universe guiding you toward what you're meant to do and who you're meant to be. In this video, I'm going to share with you some clear and powerful signs that show you are indeed walking the right path. These aren't just abstract ideas or wishful thinking. These are real, tangible experiences and feelings that many people encounter when they are aligned with their true purpose. It's not about just blindly following a path or hoping for the best. It's about recognizing the signals that tell you that you are in sync with your higher calling. We'll talk about those moments of peace when you feel like everything is falling into place, and how you can trust that sense of calm as a confirmation that you're on the right track. We'll discuss the unexpected support that you might receive from people around you often, when you least expect it, but when you need it the most. And we'll explore the small but powerful signs from the universe, your intuition, or even the people you meet along the way. All these are indicators that you're headed in the right direction. But it's not just about identifying these signs, it's about understanding their meaning and learning to trust them. The universe, or whatever you believe in, has a way of sending us messages, whether through our intuition, the people we encounter, or the experiences we go through. When you start noticing these signs, it's important to acknowledge them. Listen to your inner voice and follow the path with a sense of confidence and faith. If you're feeling unsure about your direction in life, or if you've ever questioned whether you're doing the right thing, this video is for you. These signs will help you understand that you're not alone, and that you're not just guessing your way through life. There's a bigger picture, and there's a sense of guidance that's always there ready to help you move forward. Now, before we dive into these signs, I'd love for you to take a moment and show your support for this channel. If you're ready to discover the signs that will reassure you that you're on the right path, please hit that like button. Share this video with anyone who might be feeling lost or uncertain, because we all need a little reminder sometimes that we're on the right track. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you'll stay updated with more videos on spiritual growth, motivation, and all the inspiration you need to stay focused on your journey. So if you're ready to learn how to recognize the signs that you're walking the right path, let's get started. Stay tuned and let's dive into the powerful signs that will guide you to the success and fulfillment you're seeking. When you're on the right path, one of the most powerful signs you'll notice is a deep sense of peace and calm surrounding the decisions you make. Life is full of choices, some big and some small, and it can be overwhelming to know which path to take at times. But when you're aligned with your purpose and on the right track, every decision you make starts to feel more natural. Even in moments of uncertainty, you feel a quiet confidence that you're making the right choice. This sense of peace isn't just about being comfortable or complacent, it's much deeper than that. It's the kind of peace that transcends external circumstances. Even when challenges or obstacles arise, instead of feeling lost or anxious, you'll feel a certain tranquility in knowing that these challenges are part of the journey, not a sign that you're going in the wrong direction. It's like the universe, God, or whatever higher power you believe in is giving you the reassurance that no matter what comes your way, you are being guided. When you're on the right path, every decision feels connected to a larger purpose. It may not always be easy or straightforward, but you begin to trust that each choice you make brings you one step closer to your goals. There's a clear sense that you're not just going through life randomly, you're moving with intention and clarity. Even when things don't go exactly as planned, you'll find a sense of peace in knowing that the path you're on is leading you towards something bigger. Life's difficulties start to feel like they are part of the process, not barriers that are keeping you from your dreams. Think about a time when you made a decision that felt difficult but ultimately led to something positive. Maybe you took a leap of faith and started a new job or decided to move to a new city. In that moment, there was likely a mix of nervousness and excitement, but there was also an underlying sense of peace that told you were doing the right thing. Even though there may have been uncertainty, you could feel a calm assurance that everything would work out in the end. Let me share a personal example from my own life. A few years ago, I was faced with a major career decision. I had been working in a stable job for a long time, but I felt like it wasn't fulfilling my deeper purpose. I wanted to make a shift towards something that aligned more with my passions, but it was terrifying. The thought of leaving the security of my job and stepping into the unknown filled me with anxiety. However, as I began to weigh my options, something shifted. Despite the fear, I felt an undeniable sense of peace in my heart. I knew it was time for a change. Every step I took in making that decision, from researching new opportunities to preparing for the transition, felt effortless and right. Even when challenges arose during the process, like doubts from others or unexpected roadblocks, I remained calm because I knew that I was being guided towards something better. Looking back now, I can see that decision was one of the best I've ever made, and that inner peace was the sign that I was heading in the right direction. This sense of peace is an indication that you're aligned with your true purpose, and it's an unmistakable sign that you're on the right path. Life can throw many challenges our way, but when you feel at peace with your decisions, even in the face of those challenges, you know you're headed in the right direction. Peace isn't about avoiding difficulty, it's about how you handle it. When you feel centered and calm during tough times, it's a sign that you're on the right path, even if the road ahead seems uncertain. The universe, or the higher power you believe in, has a way of sending us little nudges and signs to let us know that we're on the right track. One of the most powerful of these signs is the sense of peace we experience when we're making choices that align with our true purpose. That peace is a reminder that we're not walking this journey alone. It's a signal that we're supported and guided every step of the way. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced this kind of peace when making an important decision? Maybe there was a time when you had to make a difficult choice, but you felt a calm assurance that it was the right one. Perhaps you took a leap of faith, and though it wasn't easy, you felt guided by something greater than yourself. I'd love for you to share your experience in the comments below. How did that sense of peace help you trust that you were on the right path? What did you learn from that experience? The more we share our stories and support each other, the more we realize that these signs are not isolated events. They're part of the larger picture of our lives. We are all on a journey, and by sharing our experiences, we can help others recognize when they too are on the right path. So take a moment to reflect on your own journey and think about the times when peace guided your decisions. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue this conversation together. By sharing our stories, we can help each other recognize these signs in our own lives. Sometimes just knowing that others have felt the same way can be reassuring. It's a reminder that we're all walking our own unique paths, and there's no one right way to get to where we're going. The most important thing is that we stay connected to that sense of peace, trust the guidance we receive, and continue moving forward with confidence. As we move forward, remember that peace is not just a fleeting feeling, it's a powerful signal that you are in alignment with your true purpose. So the next time you find yourself making a decision, ask yourself, does this decision bring me peace? If the answer is yes, that's your confirmation that you're on the right path. And even if you're unsure, trust that the peace will come when you're truly walking in alignment with your higher self. Now that we have explored the first sign that you're on the right path, the sense of peace, take a moment to think about how this has played out in your own life. Have you noticed how peace shows up when you're aligned with your purpose? Share your thoughts, and let's continue to support each other on this journey. When you're on the right path, one of the most amazing signs that things are falling into place is the unexpected support you start to receive from the people around you. Sometimes these are people you know, and other times they are complete strangers, but they show up just when you need them the most. It's almost as if the universe, God, or the higher powers around us are sending messages through the people we meet, providing help and guidance at just the right time. This support may not always come in the way you expect, but it will always be exactly what you need to keep moving forward. Unexpected support can take many forms. It could be a friend reaching out to offer a kind word, help you solve a problem, or even just to check in when you've been feeling a little down. It could be advice from a family member, a stranger offering a helping hand in an unexpected way, or even an opportunity that seems to fall into your lap without any effort on your part. These moments of unexpected support are powerful reminders that you're not alone in your journey and that you're on the right path. When you receive support like this, it's a sign that you're being guided and that you're heading in the direction you're meant to go. There's something truly special about receiving help from others when you don't ask for it. It's not about seeking assistance or expecting something in return. It's about experiencing moments where people show up in your life in a meaningful way, often at just the right time. Sometimes this support comes in the form of a small gesture, and other times it can be life-changing. But no matter the form, it always serves to reassure you that you're on the right track. For example, I can share a story from my own life when I experienced this type of support. A few years ago, I was going through a challenging time. I had recently moved to a new city and was struggling to adjust. I had left behind a solid network of friends and family, and I found myself feeling disconnected and unsure about my decisions. I wasn't asking for help. In fact, I didn't even know how to reach out for it. But out of nowhere, a close friend from my hometown sent me a message. She knew I'd been going through a rough time, and without me saying anything, she reached out just to check in and offer support. At first, I was surprised. I hadn't told anyone about my struggles yet. She somehow sensed that I needed someone to talk to. We ended up having a long conversation, and through that conversation, I received not just emotional support, but also practical advice. She gave me some ideas about how I could start feeling more connected and find opportunities to get involved in my new community. That small act of kindness, her reaching out without any prompting, was a clear sign to me that I was on the right path. I didn't have to ask for help, and yet it arrived at just the right moment when I needed it most. It was as if the universe had sent her at that moment to remind me that I wasn't alone and that things would get better. It wasn't just that one instance. Over time, I began to notice more moments like this. I started receiving support from people I didn't expect, a colleague offering to mentor me in my new job, a stranger giving me valuable advice about navigating the city, even small acts of kindness from people I had just met. Every time this happened, I felt reassured that I was headed in the right direction, even though I had doubts about the path I was on. These moments of unexpected support are more than just coincidences. They are powerful signs that you are on the right path. It's as if the universe, God, or the energy around us is sending us little nudges, encouraging us to keep going. The people who offer support don't always know the full story of your struggles, but their kindness and help show up in perfect timing, reinforcing that you're moving in the right direction. Sometimes this support comes in ways that are so subtle you might not even realize it at first, but when you reflect on it, you can see how it played a crucial role in helping you move forward. What's amazing is that this support isn't always about receiving something tangible. It could be as simple as someone offering a kind word, giving you a compliment when you feel down, or sharing their own experiences to help you feel less alone. These moments remind us that we are part of a larger network of people who are here to support us, and that network is activated when we are aligned with our true purpose. Have you ever experienced this kind of unexpected support during your journey? Maybe there was a time when you didn't ask for help, but it came to you just when you needed it. Perhaps a friend reached out at the perfect moment, or you encountered a stranger who offered you exactly what you needed to hear. Maybe you received an opportunity out of nowhere that opened doors you hadn't even considered. I'd love to hear your stories about receiving support from others when you least expected it. It's always so encouraging to share these experiences and remind each other that the universe is always working in mysterious ways, guiding us along our paths. So take a moment and think back on your own journey. Can you recall any times when support appeared unexpectedly? Maybe it was a phone call from someone you hadn't spoken to in a while, or an opportunity that just fell into your lap without any effort. These moments are not just coincidences, they are signs that you are on the right path. I'd love for you to share your story in the comments below. When did unexpected support show up in your life? How did it make you feel and what did you learn from it? Sometimes just hearing someone else's story can inspire us to keep going when we're unsure about our own path. By sharing these experiences, we can help each other recognize these signs and continue to move forward with faith and confidence. Remember, support doesn't always come in the form you expect. It can come in big ways or small ways, but every time it appears, it's a reminder that you are not alone on your journey. The universe, the people around you, and even the strangers you meet along the way are here to offer their support and encouragement when you need it most. So as you continue on your path, keep an eye out for these unexpected moments of support. They are powerful reminders that you're on the right track. And don't forget to share your experiences with others, because you never know who might need to hear your story today. There are moments in life when you feel a sense of alignment, as if everything is falling into place even when you least expect it. These moments are often subtle, but they're unmistakable signs that you're being guided by something greater than yourself. Whether you call it the universe, divine energy, God, or simply your intuition, these guiding forces are there subtly nudging you along the right path. This is one of the most profound signs that you're on the right track. Sometimes these signs are so subtle that we may not even notice them right away. They might come in the form of a gut feeling, a sudden insight, or a random encounter that leads to something significant. Other times they appear as more obvious synchronicities, events that seem too coincidental to be anything but the universe's way of sending a message. These signs may not always come in dramatic ways, but when you start paying attention, you'll realize that they are constantly present, guiding you toward the next steps on your journey. One of the most powerful aspects of these signs is the way they often seem to appear at just the right moment. Maybe you've been feeling uncertain about your direction in life, and suddenly you bump into someone who gives you advice that resonates deeply with you. Or perhaps you've been struggling to make a decision, and out of nowhere a Converse student, a dream or an opportunity presents itself, providing the clarity you've been seeking. These moments are not mere coincidences, they are signs that you are on the right path. For example, I can share a personal experience where I experienced this subtle guidance from the universe. A few years ago, I was going through a time of deep uncertainty. I had just left a long-term job, and I was unsure about my next steps. I was questioning whether I should pursue a new career path, start my own business, or take time off to figure things out. I felt lost, and despite my efforts to make a decision, I couldn't seem to move forward. Then one evening I had a dream. It wasn't an elaborate or unusual dream, but in it I saw myself speaking at a conference, sharing my story, and connecting with others who were going through similar challenges. The dream felt so vivid and real that I woke up with a sense of clarity I hadn't felt in weeks. It was as though the universe had sent me a sign, providing me with a glimpse of the future I could create for myself. The next morning I began researching public speaking opportunities, and within a few weeks I found myself at a local event where I was invited to speak for the first time. Looking back, I realized that the dream wasn't just a random occurrence. It was a subtle sign from the universe guiding me toward the next step in my journey. The clarity I felt after waking up from the dream was the universe's way of telling me that I was on the right path even though I didn't have all the answers yet. It was a sign that the decision to pursue a new path was the right one, and that I was being supported in ways I couldn't yet understand. Another example of this type of subtle guidance occurred when I was struggling to meet new people in a new city. I had recently moved, and while I was excited about the change, I felt a bit disconnected and lonely. One afternoon while at a coffee shop, I struck up a conversation with a woman who was sitting next to me. We talked for a while, and it turned out that she was involved in a community organisation that aligned perfectly with my values. She invited me to an event that evening, and through that event I met several people who became important friends and mentors. It was one of those moments where I couldn't help but feel that it was no accident that we crossed paths. What stands out about these experiences is how seamlessly they fit into my life and how they helped me move forward when I was feeling stuck or uncertain. The universe, through dreams, encounters and opportunities, was gently guiding me toward the right path, even when I didn't know exactly what I was supposed to be doing. These moments of synchronicity served as reassurance that I wasn't alone on my journey and that I was being nudged in the right direction. Often we dismiss these subtle signs as coincidence or brush them off as insignificant, but when you start paying attention, you'll realize that they are not random at all. The universe or your intuition is constantly sending you signs to guide you toward your true purpose. It's just a matter of being open to receiving these messages and trusting the process. For instance, have you ever had the experience where you're thinking about someone and then out of nowhere you run into them? Or perhaps you've been thinking about a specific opportunity and suddenly an email or a phone call comes your way, offering exactly what you've been hoping for. These are all signs of synchronicity, unmistakable messages from the universe, letting you know that you're on the right track. Another powerful form of guidance comes through our intuition. Intuition is that inner knowing that we all possess, even though we don't always listen to it. Have you ever had a gut feeling that something was right even though you couldn't explain why? Or perhaps you felt uncomfortable in a situation even when everything seemed fine on the surface? Those are signs from your intuition guiding you toward what aligns with your highest good and away from what doesn't. These subtle signs can come in many forms, whether it's an intuitive feeling, a chance encounter, or a random event that leads to something bigger. The key is to trust them. Trust that these signs are not coincidences, but rather the universe's way of showing you that you're on the right path. When you start recognizing and acting on these signs, you'll begin to see that the universe is constantly supporting you, guiding you toward the next steps of your journey. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced a moment where your intuition or a sign from the universe guided you in a way that felt too perfect to be a coincidence? Maybe it was an unexpected encounter, a dream that gave you clarity, or an opportunity that came out of nowhere. I'd love for you to share your story in the comments below. We all experience these signs, but sometimes it's hard to recognize them until we look back with clarity. So take a moment to reflect on those moments when you felt guided, or when synchronicity played a role in your life. Share your experience and let's continue to support each other on this journey. As you move forward, keep an eye out for these subtle signs. They are there guiding you toward the next steps. And when you notice them, trust that they are exactly what you need to keep going. The universe, your intuition, and the people around you are all working together to ensure that you're on the right path. Embrace these signs, trust in the process, and keep moving forward with confidence. As we wrap up today's video, let's take a moment to recap the 3 signs that can help you recognize when you're on the right path in life. The first sign we talked about was the sense of peace you feel with your decisions. When you're on the right path, there's a deep sense of calm and assurance that your choices are aligned with your purpose even when challenges arise. That inner peace is a powerful confirmation that you are moving in the right direction. The second sign we explored was unexpected support from others. This can come in many forms, whether it's a friend offering help, a mentor giving you guidance, or even a stranger providing advice at just the right time. These moments of support are more than just coincidences. They are signs that the universe is working in your favor and guiding you toward your goals. Lastly, we discussed subtle signs from the universe or your intuition. These signs can appear as synchronicities, gut feelings, or moments of clarity when you least expect them. When you start noticing these subtle nudges, It's the universe's way of reassuring you that you are exactly where you need to be and that you're being guided toward the next steps on your journey. So if you're feeling a deep sense of peace with your decisions, receiving unexpected support from others, or noticing signs from the universe guiding you, these are all powerful indicators that you're on the right path. It's important to recognize and trust these signs because they help you stay aligned with your true purpose. I want to encourage you to reflect on these signs in your own life. Think about the moments when you felt peace in your decisions, when support has come from unexpected places, or when subtle signs from the universe have pointed you in the right direction. Don't ignore these signs. They are here to guide you and reassure you that you're on the right path. Trust in yourself, trust in the process, and keep moving forward with confidence. Remember, these signs are not random occurrences. They are messages from the universe showing you that you're not alone on your journey. When you notice these signs, embrace them. Let them guide you and keep you motivated to continue on your path no matter what obstacles may come your way. Before you go, I'd like to ask you to take a moment to engage with this video. If you found this content helpful, please make sure to like the video. Share it with anyone who might need this reminder that they are on the right path. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can stay updated with more great content on spiritual growth, motivation, and everything you need to continue on your journey with confidence. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you feel inspired and encouraged to keep moving forward with faith and trust in yourself. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.